Now then, I've done a video headcanon townie sexualities purely based off vibes. Trust me, my gaydar off the charts. Never ever misses a beat. And I've also done a video where I ranked Sims 4 worlds based on how gay they are. So I figured, why not put all of that together? Although Create a Sim is missing. I might just jot that down and save it for next year as an idea for Pride Month. But why not do a video where I rank every single pack that has ever been released for The Sims 4 based on how gay it is? What truly is the gayest pack in Sims 4 history? In my personal opinion. I guess that's what we're gonna find out in today's video. We are yanking them all back out of the closet to have a good old root through. Category is your favorite pack's favorite pack. Made famous, of course, by Sasha Colby, and then further made famous by the one and only Chapel Roan, who I am actually going to see this year. Feeling very gay, have already seen Kesha. I'm also going to see Chapel Roan. I don't think it gets better than that for this little lesbian. Then next we have Mother. As Kesha once said, you want kids? I am in fact Mother. We have Valentina the ally, Talk Valentina. Then we have Straight. You know, it's just given straight. And then we also have homophobic packs that literally feel homophobic to me as a queer simmer. Starting off with the Sims 4 base game. Truly, I mean, I don't feel like I can put it in straight. It feels straight, but you know, this is the base game. This is what everything was built upon. However, when you think about it, when it first released, yes, we had relationships that you could enter into no matter your gender or your sexuality. However, apart from that, what did it have? You couldn't mix and match feminine and masculine clothes the way that you can now. And I know that was built into base game, but that was like, what, 2017 maybe? So actually, I want to put it like between Valentina and Straight, but I'm going to put it into Straight. I'm shooting Straight, and the Plum Bob is going straight into there. Basement Treasures, you know, this is a kit that's about like throwback items, and none of them are really giving queer history in any way. There's like a broken mirror, you know, I guess that's a little bit of a serve, but apart from that, it's definitely giving straight. Maybe because it's based off like the newbies and they have like straight energy in my brain. Grunge Revival. Now, this is a kit I use a lot of the time on a lot of my LGBTQ plus Sims. Who am I kidding? All of my Sims are LGBTQ plus. Thank you very much. But I am going to put this in Mother. It's definitely a step above an ally. Bathroom clutter, straight. Nothing about this, like, it's a little bit fun. I guess it has like cartoon stickers that you can put up on the wall, but that's not really giving gay in my opinion. But it's also like not homophobic. It's a non-gendered bathroom. So be it. Let it live. For some reason, everything that ever came in any of these kits is now flying out of my head. I feel like I need to open up build and buy mode. That in itself feels homophobic for me, not remembering what came in it. Like, what? I just forgot about it? Okay, so there's kind of some like comfy chairs, but then, oh yeah, everything's just like this base game wood. I guess they have given us color blocked bookshelves, which I do see a lot of people who are gay and also like to read make rainbow bookshelves. That feels like a gay activity, as does building a little house to store your books. But whilst reading feels inherently gay as an activity, is Book Nook giving anything but straight energy? No, I actually think Book Nook is a little bit homophobic. It feels like it's trying to be an ally, but secretly, if you strip away away the rainbow books, it's not really doing much. Everyday clutter, that is a straight old pack if I've ever seen it, unless you're using the fishing clutter. But even then, there's not that much fishing decor. It's just like, here are my keys, here are my mobile phone, here are like piles of clutter that I have created, and I just feel like the gays know how to clutter better than everyday clutter, you know? Oh, actually, the world is kind of a little bit gay, I guess. When you think about Tomarang, you think of like the night market. You know who else loves a night out and is pretty colourful? The gays. This is actually going into Mother. Surprising. I didn't think it would be in there. It's kind of in between Valentina and Mother. Actually, I might move it down to Valentina. Very strong ally. Greenhouse Haven, I mean, plants, greenhouses, the gays love being plant mothers, therefore it's going in Mother. It is behind Grunge Revival, for sure. It's a haven for a reason. This is a safe space. Growing together, that is pretty damn gay. We actually have 2 trans townies within this pack, which in of itself is like so representative of the LGBTQ plus community. Absolutely love that. Also filled with a bunch of allies. I am gonna put growing together in your favorite pack's favorite pack. It has to be, which is strange because it's like white picket fence suburbia and you don't really think of it as being like LGBTQ plus friendly from the get-go. But then when you dive in deeper, you're like, damn, you're just hella gay. I do like the small appliances. I also really enjoy the color palette of Home Chef Hustle, like as a concept. I really don't particularly like the creator sim though, and I feel like, you know, fashion definitely plays a role. So therefore, Home Chef Hustle is going into straight, but above bathroom clutter. I don't know. There's something about those stand mixers that's got me eyeing it up a little bit. It's on my gaydar. This is such a ridiculous idea, but I love it. I feel like when I rank the worlds, people tried to be in Chestnut Ridge's corner and was like, Chestnut Ridge is so inherently gay, and I just don't get the vibes from Horse Ranch. Even though you can have unicorns, they're not even real unicorns. Quite frankly, that makes me feel like I should put it straight into homophobic without even thinking about it. Whilst I do know that there are queer townies living in here, I think the unicorns do it. They put that pack into homophobic. Modern looks. Oh, this is tough. This is between Valentina and Mother, but I think it's a very, very strong ally. Pastel Pop, that is going into Mother. Honestly, above Greenhouse Haven, but below Grunge Revival. Pastel Pop, I mean, it's in the name. She is a pop girly through and through. She was made for the LGBT community and their bedrooms. Even looking at the stuff, hello, this literally looks like mine and my girlfriend's house. I'm actually changing that to your favorite pack's favorite pack. I'm so sorry. I underestimated you. Poolside Splash, it's giving straight. I don't think there's anything particular about Poolside Splash. Maybe a little bit above bathroom clutter just because of like some of the fun patterns that we got. Symptomates collection. Ooh. See, now this is difficult because, like, obviously it's underwear. It's like bras and undies. They had a collab with MeUndies, which for some reason, I feel like so many, like, queer creators have collabed with MeUndies at some point. Or maybe I'm thinking of another underwear brand. Therefore, it's going into ally, but the lowest of the allies. Backyard stuff, summer fun, you know, you can take your top off. It does have a slip and slide, which feel does up it a little bit. It also has bird watching. The hobbies are really carrying backyard stuff. Even though I don't really rate it much as a pack, it's going into Valentina just above Symptomates collection. Blooming Rooms, again, this is the better plank pack personally. Gives the energy of your favorite pack's favorite pack, but the lower end of your favorite pack's favorite pack. You have the bowling shirts, which I guess bring it up a little bit, but like, especially the feminine creator sim, that averages it out. Bowling night can go in Valentina, but bottom tier. Bust the dust. How dare you make me do chores, and how dare you not work properly? How dare you make me pay £5 and then don't even have a mop or a broom option so that you can hoover off the grid without an upgrade to the hoovers? Yes, homophobic. Don't make me hoover. C. Now I think the obvious here would be gayety gay. However, it does kind of feel like when a big name brand is celebrating Pride and they slap a rainbow onto their logo. Like, I know it's about Carnival and I know colour is such a huge part of Carnival. It's going into mother. I'm sorry. Cats and dogs introduced our first queer couple within The Sims 4. We got the MLM couple of Brent and Brent Hecking and their adorable doggy daughter, Rosie. They were a spearhead in The Sims 4, so I think it would be a disservice to cats and dogs to put it anywhere but in your favorite pack's favorite pack. Like, that was the moment. Not a pack I really rate outside of this rating, but for gayness, it's up there. City Living, absolutely, is up there. Just like as a concept, city living feels gay. Even though there's not, I guess, that many townies. You do have Darling, and then you can definitely play Salim as like Arrow Ace if you want to. There's also maybe a sexuality storyline there for Raj, and I just think the city vibes and people being so accepting and it being like very diverse. I do think City Living is like a poster child of the LGBTQ plus community for The Sims 4, and that is why it is just trailing behind Growing Together by a thread. Cool Kitchen, homophobic. My worst pack ever. Like, I love the fun concept of ice cream. The clothes don't really give me anything fun. I guess like the different toppings you can have, you know, we love a topping sometimes, some of us. That is mainly based on my hate. I do apologize. I am very biased towards my hatred of this pack. Cottage living is the women loving women dream, therefore it has to go in your favorite pack's favorite pack. And I actually think though it is below city living. Controversial, I know. Country kitchen, I mean, cunt is in the name and it's going into Valentina. It's an ally. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. That one purely based off vibes. Courtyard Oasis, also Valentina. I absolutely love this. I don't use it as much as I wish I could. I wish there was a world, an African inspired world, maybe a Moroccan inspired world, that I could get more use out of Courtyard Oasis. Hello, Sims team, please stop giving us like European and American world, I beg. Decor to the max. I almost said Gecko to the max. Yes, that is mother for sure. Definitely above Greenhouse Haven and Carnival Street. They are part of the community and you can never ever deny that. Desert Looks is definitely giving straight. There's no color. It's like concrete, industrial vibes. Not personally for me, and definitely gives, honestly, I think the straightest energy we may have seen so far. I don't think I can put it into mother just because really like the creator sim doesn't particularly stand out for me, and neither does like any of the decor, so I think it's going just above backyard stuff. Discover University. I mean, university is about discovering yourself. It has a secret society, which that definitely, it's giving like mystery, it's giving something to unravel, something to unpack, and I like that. There's also robotics, and there's also debate team, which, you know, they're all kind of giving university finding themselves, discovering who they are through their hobbies. However, the creator sim actually quite straight, even though I did say that the creator sim was like basically based off my fashion. Some of it, not all of it. I'm definitely not claiming like the athleisure wear that Discover University had so much of, but I definitely think Discover University is either in ally, is it just giving you like a way to discover yourself, so therefore it's like, here's my allyship? I think so. I don't think I can put it up in mother, so it's going above for rent. Dream home decorator. Maybe it's because I played early access course, with Diego Lobo, which is just like a very gay activity. But just like home renovation, we love a fixer-upper in the gay community. What can I say? So it's going into Mother, just below decor to the max. Let me speak one of the gayest packs we may actually have. We have Bess and Jules. I just feel like Jules is just like Bess's gay little boyfriend, which I absolutely love. Then, of course, you have our Sims Team Gnome or Go Home phobic. Berry and Blossom Greenberg. There's also a crane, which, I mean, that's just like the dream, isn't it? Just like renovating a crane for yourself. I think it has to go in your favorite pack's favorite pack, but is that just me talking because I created Mary and Blossom? Should it technically be in Mother? But no, being green, being an eco activist, veganism, you know, I do feel like it has to go into your favorite pack's favorite pack. Definitely above Cats and Dogs, but I think actually below Cottage Living, which we do have another MLM couple in Cottage Living. They are also an elderly couple. These two very, very similar to each other. Fashion Street Kit, that is an ally if I ever did see it. Such a fun kit, such an underrated kit. Genuinely some of the most beautiful fashion we have in the game, and for that reason alone it is going in between Discover University and For Rent. Although, did First Fit Kit give us the very first jorts for children? I don't think it did. I think those were in Growing Together. I genuinely would have put it in Ally if they introduced like the very first jorts that, you know, didn't have a werewolf tail on them, which werewolves, don't worry, I'm coming back for you, baby. It's going in straight just below bathroom clutter. Fitness stuff genuinely feels homophobic. At this point, I'm gonna put it like just below book nook. Maybe it's because I don't work out. I like a bit of yoga, you know, spa day, she's there for me, but fitness stuff, the clothing, everything about it is just giving I'm slightly homophobic. And I will report you if you look at me wrongly in the gym, and I hate that. Get Famous. Ooh, maybe it's the icons talking. Judith Ward. I imagine so many gays bow down to Judith Ward. It also has the feminist comedian Brittany Cho, but even though it's like stardom and fame and like LA is super gay, I do feel like this is actually in Mother, but definitely up there. So I'm gonna put it just below Grunge Revival. I think that's gonna be an unpopular opinion. I think I'm gonna get a lot of comments that are gonna be like, how did you not put Get Famous in your favorite pack's favorite pack? We have a doctor, we have the police force, and we have a science career, but then those are all kind of propped up by the retail system, which I don't know why, but running your own little shop feels, again, like just a little lesbian stream, but you can't have a coffee shop, so that kind of defeats the purpose. I'm gonna put Get to Work in straight. I think it's the police. Found family, strong themes of found family in Get Together. You also have We Always Wear Pink Club. I've fully forgotten the name, but I do know that exists. You have the Rebels. You have like all of these groups who have found each other, which is definitely strong representation for the LGBTQ community. So I think this has to go in Mother. I actually think that's gonna knock Grunge Revival off the top spot. You also have DJs. I just went to see Kesha. I sweated my tits off and I had the time of my life. Every single one of these Sims is gay. I don't care to hear it. Every single one of them. The whole pack is so gay. It has to be like, honestly, even with the fashion as well, I think high school years, even though I'm not a huge fan of like the pack itself, I do think it is one of the gayest packs that we have. Ancient Arrivals, my baby, my baby. I wish I could put you anywhere but ally, but I can't. You are an ally. You are there for me in times of crisis. When I am flipping out and I don't know what to put on a sim, you're always there. You've always got my back. That is true allyship at the end of the day, but you are a beige baby. You're going down here with country kitchen. I'm sorry. Maybe I put that in ally because it ain't not so far as being homophobic, but it's definitely straight. Again, just the same kind of vibe as Desert Looks. I actually think it's above Everyday Clutter and Basement Treasures because, you know, I'm sure there's someone in the community who enjoys a little bit of industrial loftness. Depending on how you read Darling, I've always read Darling as a non-binary sim. They go by they, them in my game, pretty much always have since City Living came out. But this was actually one of the first packs that had a sim where they actually spoke about them being trans in Leah. So I feel like this should be maybe in your favorite pack, but I don't think it's quite as up there as Growing Together. I'm gonna put it on the same level as Cats and Dogs. I know you're all yelling, put it in homophobic. It belongs in homophobic. Star Wars? No, I can't do it. Star Wars as a franchise is so popular within the gay community. Also, Kylo Ren and Rey, both of them give big bisexual energy and bisexual panic. So Journey to Batu, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I think I'm gonna put it in Mother. Like, only just above Carnival Streetwear, though. Don't get excited. Love that the skeletons play their bones, but even with the rainbow skeletons that you can get, I do think big ally energy. Definitely above Dine Out. Honestly, maybe even above For Rent. I mean, I was once a little gay kid who loved collecting Pokemon cards, so there is that. I also had decals of Pokemon in my bedroom. I had a full-on Pokemon bedroom that we painted in different colors that represent like different areas of the Pokemon world. We had like blue for water, then we had like the beach, and then we had the sky with all like flying Pokemon. Then we had these stickers that were tunnels where I had like my ground Pokemon. Makes me wanna put this honestly in Mother. Like, just the need for like hoarding cards. It's basically the definition of look at me and my trinkets, and trinkets are a gay activity, so it's going in Mother. Why would you make us do our own laundry? Who asked for this? But you also have the create sim. I guess again you do also have that element of like eco-activism and the fact that you don't have to have a washing machine and you can hand wash your laundry above Ancient Arrivals in Valentina. Little Campers is also going up there with kids room stuff. I absolutely love the tent. I love that you can host movie nights in your back garden. That feels like so nice. A little bit of picky bits on the side on a summer evening. Mother. Oh my word. This could go one of two ways. This could be like so bad that it's homophobic because you have like all of the sparkly suits and stuff like that. Again, it feels like performative allyship. And then you just have like really bad party stuff that makes a party feel dead. Or you could be like me and you could be like, I put so many women into the suit that comes with it, and therefore this is giving Mother. Oh, I feel like I'm burning this flag in front of your eyes by putting it in Mother. This is like my own personal thing, okay? Forgive me for I have sinned this Pride Month. Did this actually feel like an attack of what they think we wanted for menswear in the game, so much so that it feels homophobic? Or is it a little bit of a slay and a little bit of a serve? Like the fact that they went so out there, but I do think it has to go in homophobic. Moonlight Chic, gaiety gay. I absolutely love Moonlight Chic. One of the most underrated kits for The Sims 4. I don't care what you say. If you own Moonlight Chic and you don't use it, it's so good to flip-flop between genders as well in the game. I absolutely love it. There's so much good stuff for feminine and masculine. Again, like I said, you can flip-flop between those two and it fits like so well on the opposite frame. I absolutely love it. It's actually going up there with Eco Lifestyle. Moschino, it tried to be Mother, but it was actually giving Valentina. But pretty up there, I'm gonna say just below Discover University. Movie Hangout, the clothes on this one, yes. Also the fact that you can watch scary movies, absolutely love that. I love love that this is a version of like hanging out with people and like spending time with your friends without having to go out and like have a drink. It's also super colorful, but unfortunately it is giving Valentina. My first pet stuff that was homophobic. That was honestly homophobic of them to release. Base game create a sim items. The only gay thing about this pack is that your little creatures can go on like an adventure, which is great. Like, I love that they can just go off and do their own thing. Yes, rodent, go become an astronaut. Rats, inherently gay. And also that one hairstyle that we all hated on, and then it became popular with the gays in like 2024. The original shag, however, it just feels homophobic, so it's staying in there. My wedding stories are homophobic. No. I jest. Obviously, a WLW couple on the front, which we absolutely love to see. The gays got a front cover. They also got one on the Sims 4 base game, even though so many people told me that they were gal pals and they weren't gay and that I was just seeing things and they could just be friends. I hold hands and like hug my friends all of the time. They're just friends. And then the Sims team were like, bet they're gay. Molly was right. Her gaydar, I'm telling you. It does feel a little bit corporate pridey in the like kind of create a sim, and like not even create a sim. I don't mind the rainbow stuff. Like, it's a little gimmicky, more so in like the actual rainbow stuff that you can have at the wedding. But I think especially with them finally letting this be the cover in Russia after that whole debacle, that was kind of more than like performative allyship. So definitely going into Mother. I don't think it's the gayest of the gay. Maybe it's because of that whole debacle I can't put it up there, but it is pretty high up. I'm going to put it above Get Famous. Nifty knitting, the gays love a craft. If I know anything from being in a lesbian relationship, it's the fact that my girlfriend will pick up any form of a craft that she sets her sights on, and annoyingly is always really good at them. It pisses me off. Therefore, nifty knitting, making your own clothes, giving them as like homemade gifts to family members or friends, that's gay. It's actually going above my wedding stories, which is so funny. I don't enjoy camping. A lot of my friends who are in the community enjoy like a hike, and they enjoy like renting a camper van and going out into the great outdoors. That's not for me. I am not a granola gay. What can I say? But I do think it is potentially giving Mother. Not as much as like Dream Home Decorator though. Gay! All around, just like gay. Paranormal, ghost, Gidry, and what's the lady called? Oh my god, I've forgotten her name. But Gidry's like jilted lover. Oh my god, they're so, again, another bisexual panic couple. However, I do think it's maybe on the lower end. Even though this was for the family, the gayest thing about it right now that I'm remembering is probably the journaling element, and I don't think the journaling element is that great. So it's going into straight. Perfect patio, homophobic. I mean, it doesn't even need to be spoken about, really. Non-binary icon in this game, and therefore I don't think I can put it any lower than Mother. And I also feel like this is like reclaiming magic. For those of us who are definitely boycotting a certain transphobic author, which by the way, can I just, not to be on my high horse, but can we please boycott? She is actively using her money against the trans community. She was a spearhead in the movement to make sure that the Supreme Court order that just actually went through, which states that gender is now based on your biological sex, which is just so harmful to the trans community in the UK. Anything to do with that franchise is actively giving her more money to harm the trans community. So please step away from it. Please boycott it. Take it out of your lives. And for that reason, for the reclamation of magic, it's absolutely going up into Mother. But in my heart of hearts, I can't really put it above like any of these. It is not for me, and it's definitely giving straight vibes down here. Seasons, it's fun. I think it's an ally. It's getting people together, celebrating holidays. Again, kind of a bit like get together, but not as much of like that found family kind of thing. You can give like gifts to each other. You can make snow angels. You can build snowmen. But apart from that, it's seasons in it. It changes the weather. I don't think anything in the creator sim really stands out to me as being anything more than an ally. And probably not even like super up there as an ally. Snowy Escape, snowboarding is cool. That's what I'm drawing from Snowy Escape. I just always think of Johnny Copperhala back on board and my little baby self watching that and just like becoming so obsessed with surfing and snowboarding through Johnny Copperhala. It's gonna go in Valentina. Spa day, we have yoga, we have massages, straight, but weirdly like above these. Spooky stuff, the gays do love Halloween. It's a time for us to maybe craft our own costumes. I fear it has to go up there with like luxury party and carnival streetwear. Strangerville, mother, literally mother. Like they served us the mother plant, the mother of all mothers. It served. What do you mean I can save the world? Or I can be like evil and team up with the mother plant, and I absolutely love that. Get up there with outdoor retreat. Throwback fit, that is straight energy if I ever did see it. Tiny living, small houses, you know, there's that, but I can't in my right mind give that anything more than straight. Toddler stuff, purely for that one bee outfit, Valentina. I just love the idea of a little family like making a bee costume for their toddler. Maybe like attending Pride with their toddler dressed as a little bee. I just think that's really, really cute. I mean, Lilith and Caleb Vitor, I think that's all I need to say for it to be placed maybe just below Realm of Magic. The build mode, from what I can remember, was quite fun, and the creator sim in general, I think, just puts it up into this. But I think the lower end, werewolves, oh my goodness gracious me, without even hesitation, I think werewolves knocks high school years off as the gayest pack ever made. The fashion, the packs, the found family, the skills that you can get, oh yes, it's absolutely giving. Castle estate, honestly, maybe it's just the people that live in castles, but big homophobic energy. Goth galore, straight. Probably not as straight as throwback fit, but definitely down there. Crystal Creations is pretty gay. Making your own jewelry, I've done that, and guess what? I'm a lesbian and I wear a lot of rings. You know, it has to be up into mother at least, and I actually think pretty high up. I'm gonna go above my wedding stories, but below nifty knitting. Penny Pizzazz, and she is an ally, so it's going in ally. I do feel like this was made for Penny Pizzazz. Actually, gonna put it quite far up there, which is kind of shocking. Party Essentials, that was homophobic. Oh my goodness gracious me. Never ever try to throw a pride party with party essentials. Flop era. Cozy Bistro, so straight. Actually might be, but then there's the little bit of like Paris, like romance. Riviera Retreat, again, it can go in there with Cozy Bistro. Lovestruck, actually pretty gay, especially the creator sim. The creator sim is definitely doing some heavy lifting. Actually, so is the build and buy mode. Just on vibes alone has big gay energy. I'm gonna go above outdoor retreat in mother. Storybook nursery. Hear me out, those are gay parents. Like, going so gothic for your baby's nursery, having such a throwback to the Sims franchise, yes. Is this Bella goth painting one day gonna be in my child's nursery? probably get up there with vampires. Artist studio, I think I'm gonna go for Mother, but like pretty low down. Life and Death, I actually don't think it was a very gay pack. I feel like I've done you gothic gays justice in putting Goth Galore down here, because I think you'll agree with me, because it didn't do goth like kind of as much as we wanted it to. And Life and Death, there's just something about it that, I don't know, it's not really screaming like potentially even ally to me. Oh, but then it has nervous subject, so maybe it is giving ally, but I actually don't think that far up. I'm gonna say maybe over here with Laundry Day stuff. You know what? I've had my fill of gay storylines ending in death, actually. So yeah, you belong there. You think you're being an ally, but are you really, Grim Reaper? Although Grim Reaper is a gay icon. Cozy Kitsch, straight up there into your favorite pack's favorite pack. Honestly, probably one of the gayest kits we will ever see. It's gonna go above City Living. That's how much I firmly believe in it. Sweet Slumber Party, because of the little star stickers, definitely ally at least. Also ally, strong ally, I think on the same level as Sweet Slumber. Secret Sanctuary, it's definitely, even though it's made for an icon in Bella Goth, I'm sorry to say it, but straight activity right there. It can go above Basement Treasures because it has like a bookshelf door. Casanova Cave, straight. Might be so straight that it is slightly homophobic, but I don't think Don Lothario himself is homophobic, but it's definitely the straightest of the straight packs. Refined Living Room, honestly, I also think pretty damn straight. Probably above Everyday Clutter. It should be giving Mother. It should be. But I don't think it is. I think it's only giving Valentina. Honestly, less so than like Country Kitchen. I am so sorry. Businesses and Hobbies, also a very, very gay pack. As we found out by now, the gays love a hobby. We love filling our time, and I think maybe not as gay as like all of these other expansions. Damn, are we finding out that expansion packs are actually the gayest packs of The Sims 4? I would probably put this like here. The Fixer Upper gays might be absolutely loving this, but I think because it was a little bit of a flop, I am gonna put it into straight. It's gonna go above Cozy Bistro. She's looking after me. Again, she's making sure I eat every single time. A cookie jar? Yes, please. Gonna put it just above Life and Death. And then Golden Years, although it came with glasses, with the glasses chain, the glasses chain is up here, and I can assure you that is not a gay way to be wearing your glasses chain. It thought that it was onto something. However, dressing like a grandpa, that is something that I can get behind. So it's definitely in Valentina, and I think it's actually pretty far up. It's gonna go just below Urban Homage. There we have it. There is my tier ranking of how gay the packs are based off their all over vibes. Create a sim, gameplay, build and buy mode, the townies, the worlds. I would absolutely love to hear what you lot think of this ranking. Is there anything that you so disagree with and you just don't believe it should be where it is? Or do you feel like my gaydar was on point for these packs? I would absolutely love to hear it. I will also link the tier ranker that I used down below. Big thank you to Kel Forrest for making this, keeping it updated up to 2025. I appreciate you very much. I also appreciate every single one of you who have watched this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would love it if you took part in this, if you did your own tier ranking and you tagged me over on Blue Sky or over on Twitter at EnglishSimmer on both of those. Send it my way if you do your own ranking on how gay all of the Sims 4 packs are. Happy Pride Month to you all. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all having a wonderful Pride Month. Remember, we are raising money all month long for Not a Phase. I will leave the Tiltify link down below. It's a UK charity that supports the UK trans community, especially right now on the back back of that court order ruling. Thank you all so much for your donations. If you can donate, if you can't, please do feel free to just spread the word. The trans community need us to step up right now, especially fight for their rights. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.